Hi everybody, thank you for checking out my review for this etable portable jump starter. I actually picked one of these up that was the bigger size for one of my cars and was super impressed with it and decided to get a smaller one because my other car is a little smaller and doesn't need a big jump starter. So the reason I started looking into these is actually because my wife had an experience where she was left stranded because of a dead battery. And I wanted to make sure that never happened again, because that's not a good situation to be in for anybody, especially when it's, you know, your wife and kids. You want to make sure that they're okay. So I figured for the price, this is a really good peace of mind. Kind of along those lines, this actually is a lithium-ion battery, so it will stay charged for a good 3 months. I plan on just pulling them out once every, I don't know, once every quarter, and just making sure that they're charged enough to jump a battery. Other than that, they're just going to ride around in my car. So let's get into the review. So obviously we have the power box itself. I'll be a little more specific on that in a minute. This is an AC charger. This is a DC charger. You can plug into your cigarette lighter and charge actually while you're driving. This is a multi-use cell phone charger and tablet. I'll show you that here in a second. These are the clips to jump your battery, and then it all comes in this really, really nice case. So the cool thing about it is that it zips up, and it's a good quality case, but it will zip up, and it's only, you know, this big, so it easily slides into a glove box. My kid's Spider-Man top. Easily slides into a glove box or under a seat, which I like a lot. All right, so now let's just get into a few of the testing aspects of it. Oh, so it has, this is the input to charge, 5-volt, 2-amp output, which is sufficient to charge an iPad. So just to show you that, let's see if I can plug it in. And so it plugs in obviously to that, to this port there. This is the power button to turn it on. You see that it's on, and you can see that, let me get up there. So focus you. You can see that it's charging up top there. There we go. All right, so perfect. All right, so you can see that it's focusing, or that it's charging, sorry. And so that's always really nice. This 8,000 milliamp battery, so it'll charge your phone a couple times at least. Which is awesome in case of an emergency. It also has this flashlight here. All you do to make that work is just hold the power button down, and the flashlight turns on. Then it has a strobe mode if you really need to get somebody's attention, and then an SOS. I don't know that anybody really is going to use the SOS, but flashing light, something like this, is actually really good. If you're out changing a tire, you can set it up just to get people's attention so that they don't run into you. So all of that's well and good, but the whole purpose of this is to actually jumpstart a car. So what I did is I killed the battery in my car, and I did this for the other jump starter too. I killed the battery in my car, and I'm going to go take this out and test it. I haven't used this yet, so I'm not sure how it's going to work, but it says I believe up to 2.5 liter engine. Mine is a 2 liter, so hopefully this should jumpstart my little car just fine, which is pretty impressive for such a small little box. But anyway, so I'm going to take you outside and let's give this a shot. All right, so we're out here in my car. I want to show you this. The car is dead. No keys, no horn. So I kind of gave this disclaimer in my last video too with the other one. Don't kill your battery just to test it. Or don't blame me if you do, because you can actually damage your battery by killing it. So I'm doing it because I told you I would show you how it jumped, and you know, there was no videos out there showing how well it jumped, so I decided to go ahead and do it. But anyway, that's my disclaimer. So all right, once again, nothing there, no horn. So make sure your AC and your lights are off as good as you can to limit the amount of draw on the battery. And then we'll show you. So out here, this is the teeny little battery. All right, this is how you connect it. See how there's one that's a flat piece there at the end? You're going to connect it right here into the end. and you can see that the flat piece matches with the flat piece. Pretty easy. I'm gonna hold this right here. There we go. All right, so now it's connected in. Once it's connected in, you can see it blinking. That means it's ready. You're gonna just connect it into the battery. Honestly, it really doesn't matter. I tend to do the positive first, red to red, and then black to black. It just helps prevent the arc. Then you're gonna push the button. You're gonna wait for that light to turn green. If you wait too long, this actually protects itself and it shuts off and it won't start the car. So it'll come back and see an error. I'm gonna see if it'll do it. If not, it's not that big of a deal. But anyway, so if you try to jump the car, it doesn't work, come back and see if this light is on, the red light saying error. All that means is that you just need to disconnect and reconnect, because if this is connected to your battery for too long, it just has its own self-protection. So you can see that it's on and ready to go. Looks like lights are on in the car. It's always a good thing. And here we go. All right, so that's probably what happened then, is that yeah. All right, so I did do it. So I just talked for too long. All right, so now it says red, so you're gonna disconnect here. So yeah, there's the error. All right, disconnect that. I disconnect these as well, but only because the best way to connect this back into the battery is to have it disconnected from your car battery. All right, so then connect that in there. And what we'll do this time is I won't waste so much time. Also, if you can get it all the way on the post, all the way on the terminal like that, rather than on the end, because it gives a better contact. All right. So now it says, the green light says start. And we're gonna come right back here. Lights are on again. Looks like those are on. And there it goes, started right up. Impressive little battery. I mean, that you saw the size of that. Oh, I wanna show you one thing now. You're gonna hear an alarm. And that's the battery telling you it's still connected in. And you'll see the error. So just disconnect it. From there you go, it's going off. And then as soon as you pull this connection out here, it shuts off and you're good to go. So that was really impressive for a battery this big. I mean, that's the size of my hand. A battery that big to be able to jump my car from completely dead. It wasn't even clicking. There wasn't even a click from it because the battery was that dead. And it jumped it no problem. This is a 4-cylinder engine, so it's not the biggest engine. They do have bigger boxes. This one is a 400 cold cranking amp. My battery is actually rated for 700, but obviously this does just fine. And so if you have a smaller car, this would be awesome. If you have like a V6 or a V8, I'd probably recommend getting their bigger box. Either way, I'm very impressed. Just like with the other one that I bought from etable, I give it 5 stars because it does exactly what it promised to do.